Activity A, continued from the previous page. Observe the normal atmospheric pressures. Carbon dioxide undergoes sublimation, where the solid transforms directly into a gas. Using the gizmo, determine the sublimation point of carbon dioxide and record it under the other transition point. So in number 3, we should notice that carbon dioxide goes from a solid directly to a gas. You will not need to fill in these two categories as it just goes from solid right to gas, and so you'll just fill in the other transition point, which is the sublimation. Interpret. The melting point and boiling point can now be used to measure the strength of the intermolecular force holding together the molecules together. Based on the melting points and the boiling points, which substance do you think has the strongest molecular force and the weakest? So you go back up to your graph and you try to determine which has the strongest connection between the atoms. So you'll write down that information right here. Explain your conclusion. Why do you think that substance has the strongest intermolecular force? Can you talk about the range between or any other information that's on that page that supports your answer? You can compare two different elements together and say, well, this one has a stronger intermolecular force because. Extend your thinking. Ethanol is an alcohol. The boiling points and molecular weights of other alcohols are on the table. Can you fill out ethanol's boiling point from the last page? So what you can do is go back up here, look at ethanol, and you should have a boiling point right here. Write that information where it says boiling point for ethanol. Is there a pattern in the data? So you'll write yes or no and explain why you see a pattern or don't see a pattern. Good words to write are increase, decrease, or there's just too much variety in the numbers. Make a prediction about the boiling point of pentanol and alcohol with the molecular weight of 88U. Explain. So what they're asking you is that if you look at, there's methanol, ethanol, propanol, and butanol. If you look at propanol, if I increase the weight or increase the amount of this alcohol, do you think that it'll change the boiling point of the alcohol? So you write yes or no and write down your answer. Question 6. This is difficult, so take your time on this. Analyze. Based on the boiling point of your data on the previous page, does the pattern in the alcohol boiling points always apply? So what they're asking you, does the weight actually change the overall boiling point? Is the molecular weight an important contributor to the intermolecular forces? Why or why not? So does this weight have any application on the boiling point? Explain it with an example from the question above. You are now done with part A. Once you are done, feel free to show me your page and I'll grade it, and you can get an idea of how you're doing through this lab. So again, when you're finishing it, bring it up to me. I'll look over it and give you a quick grade, and then you can make any corrections that you need.